Hey everyone, Gio here from Apocalypse Movies. Welcome back to the channel. And Star Wars Celebration just dropped a whole bunch of news regarding TV shows and movies. I'm excited. I'm sure diehard Star Wars fans are cautiously optimistic. Okay, my heart goes out to all you guys because they've been canceling projects that either they were announced or they weren't announced or they were teased. Who knows? But today should be a good day. It should be a very hopeful day because there is a lot of things coming in the near future for Star Wars fans, and we're going to go through each one of them, starting with the upcoming Disney Plus show Skeleton Crew. Now, the cast took the stage at Star Wars Celebration, and just to name drop some of the cast members, you got Carrie Condon, Ravi Kabat Conyers, Kariana Crater, and Robert Timothy Smith. Star Wars Skeleton Crew follows a group of kids who go on an adventure throughout the galaxy. The idea was conceived by John Watts to Kevin Feige during the production of Spider-Man Homecoming, and some photos were dropped. The cast and crew got to do a little bit of Q&A, and overall, this is a project that fans are looking forward to, if not for the list of directors that are set to direct some episodes in this series. Let me go through some of these names right here, as you can see on the screen. First up, we got John Watts, of course. There was speculation he was actually doing a Star Wars movie. That's still probably in the play, but he will be a part of the Skeleton Crew directors, along with David Lowery. The Daniels coming off of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Very exciting. You got Jake Schreier. You got Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay, big fan of Star Wars. A lot of people love her. And then Lee Isaac Chung. Those are your directors for Skeleton Crew. Very exciting stuff, but let's move on because there is a lot. Okay, next up was Andor season 2. Now, Andor was one of the best streaming series of all time. Okay, like best TV shows. Everybody was surprised. It took Star Wars to a whole new level, a level that may not be obtainable as people are starting to learn through other shows, but still, nonetheless, season 2 is on the way. The trailer premiered at Star Wars Celebration. Showrunner Tony Gilroy gave some updates on the production. They are about halfway through shooting. They are expected to wrap this August. Then we'll spend the next year in post production to hopefully debut. Their target date is August 24th. 2024. I have a quote here from Tony Gilroy, who was on stage, and he said, "If you know your ending, it really helps. We know exactly where we're going. It's one way out." And apparently, Andy Serkis was present and was leading a chant, "One way out." I hope to see his character back in the Andor season 2. Okay, his character was kind of on a cliffhanger. And, if anything, I'm sure Andor season 2 will be just as good, if not better, than the first season. Moving on to The Acolyte, another Disney Plus show that's scheduled to premiere in 2024. They don't have an exact release date yet, but this was pretty interesting. So, The Acolyte is Frozen meets Kill Bill. That was the pitch. It's about the bad guys. It's set between the High Republic and the prequel era and has plenty of Jedi. And there's a quote here from one of the filmmakers who said, "This is when the bad guys are outnumbered. They are the underdogs." Now, I have a description of the trailer that premiered at Star Wars Celebration. It's not available to the public, although I do have a leaked version that I saw about 1 minute of the trailer. It looks freaking amazing. But for the sake of this video, here's the description. Footage played, it looked incredible. There were Jedi everywhere, lightsabers galore, a darker, epic, Andor-like tone. We saw Padwans, plenty of aliens, and a jaw-dropping martial arts force fight between Carrie Ann Moss, who played Trinity in The Matrix, and Amanda Stenberg's characters. Wow, that you pair that with what I saw, and man, I can't wait for this series. This is going to be just a mind-blowing experience. Now, as a reminder, the cast for The Acolyte includes Logan's very own Daphne Keene, Manny Jacinto, Charlie Bartonett, and also you're going to have Jonas Suotamo as a Wookiee Jedi. We're getting a Wookiee Jedi. I know those existed, and we probably saw one briefly in a live action movie or show somewhere, but we getting full on Wookiee Jedi, okay? Like here in a prominent role. Also, Squid Game star Lee Jung Jae will be playing a Jedi Master. Very exciting stuff. I can't wait for that official trailer to drop and be made, for the public. But for now, I'll take it. Then there was the Ahsoka trailer, which I won't say much. I'll just shamelessly plug our reaction on the channel. I'll leave a link down below for the video. Check out our trailer reaction for Ahsoka, and let's go to the movies. Now, these are the announcements that fans have been waiting for, and I'm just gonna say I called it a couple weeks ago on Apocalypse Now, our movie hangout show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I said there'd be three movies that would be announced, and they are as follows. From director James Mangold, Logan and the upcoming Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. He's doing a story that will be set 25,000 years before the current and known timeline. His movie will be described as a biblical epic a la Ten Commandments about the dawning of the Force and the first Jedi, which makes me think, I wonder if we'll see that island from The Last Jedi. My Star Wars knowledge is not nearly as great as yours, but I'm pretty sure that that island that Luke Skywalker was on training Rey had to do with some of the first Jedi that ever existed. Correct me if I'm wrong. But man, James Mangold doing a Star Wars movie is about as guaranteed as a hit as I've ever seen for a Star Wars project. Maybe the Gilroys and Andor, but this is very exciting. Moving on, we have another Star Wars movie announced from the modern day George Lucas himself, Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni has been a long time producer and showrunner for Star Wars, going back to the Clone Wars and, of course, The Mandalorian and all of the success that Disney Plus has been having in regards to Star Wars. He is being given his own Star Wars movie, and it's said to be capping the Mandoverse. This will be the conclusion, the climactic epic for the story for Din Djarin and Grogu. This is where everything comes together. People online are saying Heir to the Empire, a novel that I haven't read, but my buddy Jake Berlin says that elements from that story could tie into this movie. At least that's what we think. That's the early speculation. My question is, how accessible is this going to be for the casual viewer? The ones who haven't been watching Star Wars on Disney Plus. I'm just curious how they're going to go about that. Maybe a quick recap. Who knows? I'm sure Dave Filoni will be able to pull it off. Okay, we want these Star Wars movies to hit all four quadrants, not just the diehards. Okay, that's how these movies make $1 billion or $2 billion. So I have all the faith. I'm just posing a little bit of question here. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be very exciting and one that we're all looking forward to seeing. The Mandalorian, Grogu, everybody meeting and having one final hurrah. And finally, arguably the biggest announcement from Star Wars Celebration so far, we have a movie coming from Charmin Obaid Chinoy. Apologies if I mispronounced that name, but she is doing a Star Wars movie from a script by Peaky Blinders Stephen Knight. Now, why is this movie a big deal? Because it will be set 15 years after The Rise of Skywalker, the most recent Star Wars movie. Furthermore, Daisy Ridley will be returning as Rey Skywalker. The reports are saying this Star Wars movie is going to follow Rey, who is now a Jedi Master, as she attempts to rebuild the Jedi Academy and establish a new Jedi Order. Wow, they are going back to the Skywalker saga, guys. I know a lot of people wanted to move past that, but I'm curious, what are your thoughts with this story and this direction that they're going, because we knew we would eventually see Ray again, but were you expecting it to be this soon? I want to know your guys' thoughts. And that does it for everything Star Wars Celebration related, big announcements on the TV and films. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything. And I want to tell you guys to check out our Tuesday Apocalypse Now show, our movie hangout show. We're going to have the big Star Wars fans and Jake Berlin and Brian Avalosino and Jacob Bartley, and of course, myself and Keith there to all discuss everything, break it down, speculate. It's going to be just a jam packed episode. And if you want more discussion, more discourse, check us out there. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Gio here from Apocalypse Movies. Until the next video, you guys take care.